Good morning, my friends. I'm out here on my back porch, and it's very early Saturday morning, but probably a little after 7 because it's light enough out here that I can see. And I'm out here with Jack Wormbin. Jack is a planter, a waist-high planter that has been turned into a worm bin. And the story behind that is that I was given Jack, and Jill is right over here, the duplicate. They were two waist-high planters that my friend who was moving gave them to me. I am here, there's a screen here. This is my back porch. The only sun we get is from about maybe 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock, and in this whole back preserve is covered in pine trees and scrub trees, and so the sunlight that comes through is very dappled, and then of course has to come through a screen. I tried growing things, and the only thing I was growing were very spindly little things, but I noticed that I was also growing worms. And so I turned it into a worm bin. So now this is Jack, and then Jill is over here, and they're Jack and Jill worm bin. And I've been having a little bit of a problem with trying to get this dry enough so that I can harvest the castings. And so I've tried different things, and of course I always feel bad because, I keep thinking I need to add more bedding to it. And the bedding, let me just grab a handful from this side, from Jill. I don't know if you can see that, but it's full of bedding, and so it's hard for me to go ahead and get anything resembling 100% castings. I can feel I must have a worm crawling in there. Felt like something crawling in my hand. Maybe not. Maybe just a little one. Some little guys. But anyway, so I've been trying to go ahead. Let me just throw that back over there. And so I come out here on a Saturday morning, and I just start. And it reminded me of my friend Sandra, who said she does so much from her mobility scooter, and just handful by handful. And I just wanted to recommend that sometimes it's just meditative. Excuse me. One of the things I did do was we drink coffee, and so I brought out a whole bunch of these coffee filters that have been used once, and there's I go ahead and I take the coffee grounds out of it, and then they end up drying out. But I just wanted to show you, I did this yesterday, and I layered them. I had about 20, and I pulled all of this back, and then I laid these dry coffee filters down. They've already been used once, so there's a little bit of coffee ground still on it. And I thought, I wondered if that would attract the worms overnight. Well, I just flipped this one. I'll show you now that you can see. My hand is here. Let me get it up here. And I think you can see that? That there are quite a few little worms coming over here. So I'm just going to pile them to one side and then probably use this again. But all I'm really doing is just scooting all I'm really doing is listening to the water and listening to the birds out here. I'm sharing it with you for a few minutes, but for the most part, I'm just taking 20 minutes to kind of meditate and maybe get a pound or so of castings. And what a great way to start your day, huh? Imagine doing this every day and just kind of coming out and going, oops, there's one who tried to get by me. I need to pay some favors. My neighbor brought me some grass clippings, and so I need to say thank you with maybe some more castings. Does anybody else think that avocado shells last forever? I don't know if I told you guys this, but do I have it down there? I just dropped it. Oh, there it is. That's just a little piece. Oops, I'm not quite in the frame here, am I? This is an avocado shell that is broken into pieces now, and I just keep breaking it down. But that was it. That was all I wanted to share with you. You can see there's more little worms. And when I watched Sandra, and she said, oh, she just, she takes out some handfuls and then she goes through them while she's watching TV. And I thought, what a great way to do it. It's kind of like, knitting or crocheting, where you're just kind of methodically doing something. Let me just move you over here a minute. There, now you can see it. Now, if I dug into that, I might hurt somebody. But if all I do is just kind of scrape it along a little bit, here's more avocado. I've taken them and dried the avocado and then pulverized it in my NutriBullet, and that works really well. There's some twigs that from the backyard that didn't break down too quickly. If you get worms, just put them back. This is where they live. I don't live here, but I do visit. See? I just have a little bucket. Just a little at a time. Steady as she goes, It's like being on a boat. And just handful at a time. But let's see if there's anybody else hiding under here. And they're not really hiding. They live here. But let's see what the next. Yeah, see, they're happy with. That's a nice group. It's not a worm ball, but this is just overnight. This was just yesterday afternoon. I took all the coffee filters and just kept layering it because I want to dry out these castings a little bit so I can harvest them and then feed these guys again. So that's probably it. That's all I wanted to show you. If anybody, people get upset that their castings are too wet and they go, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? Hey, take a little bit of paper, lay down some newspaper, lay down some coffee filters. If you use your coffee filters at the bottom of a pot and you're not a coffee drinker, go ask your neighbor. Do you drink coffee? Yeah. Do you use filters? Oh, yeah. Well, would you do me a favor and save the whole thing for me? Just put it in a plastic bag, and that way I'll have both the coffee and the filters you do use afterwards. I bet after they laughed at you, I'm sure they would be thrilled. So anyway, let me just show you the backyard. Let me just crank this up. Whoa, there we go. My hands are just filthy with, where am I? I don't want to show you, but I have worm poop all over my hands, and I don't want to get that all over my camera. So I will use a paper towel that probably one we've blown our nose on. But anyway, let me just take this out here. Yeah. It's a beautiful day. Get outside. Enjoy your world. Take care, everybody, and remember, garden what you've got. I hope you'll ring the bell and subscribe and come back and see me again, because you know I'll be here. Take care. Bye-bye.